In this video, you will learn what a mole is and why chemists work in moles. A mole is quite simply a specific number. In life, we might ask for 12 or 1 dozen eggs, or a pair of socks for 2, or a ream of 500 sheets of paper. A mole is exactly the same. It is just a number, and specifically 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. We could have a mole of eggs, a mole of socks, or even 1 mole of sheets of paper. However, in chemistry, we normally use it to represent atoms or molecules. This is because atoms are so small. So it's just a convenient term to represent massive numbers. A mole is a massive number, 602 with another 21 zeros after it. Just to give you an idea of how huge this number is, if you took 1 mole of marbles, they would not only cover the entire Earth's surface, but they would cover it to a depth of near 3.5 kilometers deep. As you can see, a mole is a mind-blowingly large number. And the reason for this is that atoms are just so incredibly small. In a half-liter bottle of water, there will be just over 25 moles of water molecules. Pause the video now and use a calculator to try and work out the number of atoms in 25 moles of water. Remember, in 1 mole, there are 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of water. Hopefully, you got the answer of 1.505 into 10 to the power 25. It's 25 moles multiplied by 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Now you can see why we use the term mole. It's just a convenient way to quantify huge numbers. It's much easier to talk about 2 moles of sodium rather than 1.204 into 10 to the power 24 atoms of sodium. And it is much easier to talk about half a mole of water rather than 3.01 into 10 to the power 23 water molecules. So what exactly does 1 mole of atom or molecule weigh? Well, this just depends on how big your atoms are. Just because we have the same number of atoms in 1 mole, it does not mean that they're all the same size. For example, you're probably aware that a hydrogen atom is much smaller than a heavy gold atom. So 1 mole of gold will weigh much more than 1 mole of hydrogen. Just in the same way that 1 dozen eggs would weigh more than 1 dozen grains of rice. Now at the end of this video, you should understand that the mole is just a number. You should know that this number is Avogadro's number, 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. And you should have an appreciation that this is a very large number indeed.